Figured I'd do the same little walk around, fire it up. It probably won't be a true cold start because it's drove it to work. Has been sitting for about 2 hours though. So good oil pressure. Just a single 3-inch. Cats were removed by the previous owner. That's going into a Borla, and then dumps right here, right before the axle. Could be redone. That was one of my grand plans, to have dual exhaust made up and have it exit all the way to the back, but here we are. But other than that, you can see the frame is beautiful on this truck, thanks to being a Southern truck. Only thing I'm going to be keeping is this. The wife bought it for me, and she will kill me if I take it off, but headache rack's going to stay. Other than that, there's a little hole in the bed where the previous owner was too lazy to drop the tank. Had to do a fuel pump. So, but the rest of the bed's kind of rough. So, and all I did was de-skin it. It was hit on the driver's side, I'll show you. And new dually beds for this thing are outrageous. They hit right around here, and the damage was just too much for me to repair. Of course, the dually fender, the fiberglass, broke that one, broke the one on the other side. I just de-skinned it, kind of made a poor man's logger's box. The intention to put a service body on this truck, but never found the right service body. So, this is the e-brake cable. This does need to be hooked up. It just needs to be hooked. There's the other end of the cable right over there. See the end bit there just needs to be slid back into that cable. Never got around to it. That was part of the accident. Her bumper came in and ripped that right off. But they do work. And again with this door, it's kind of got a little up and down. See there, but I do have those new bushings come in. They should be in later on this week, so again I can always run those to you or pick them up later. They're solid bronze instead of these cheap crappy Dorman ones that do this every time you put one in. But other than that, it does have aftermarket radio. I do have the original bezel for this as well, the color matched one. I'll throw that in as well in case you want to go back to using this one. The CDM module, which is usually underneath the dash, that let go in this. That's why this stock radio doesn't work, but you can always pull this out, put a little cubby in there, or just get another one, or replace the CDM module. This still works fine, it just doesn't get any information. This is just buttons. The real radio is usually underneath the dash on these. Good headliner. Does need to be cleaned up a little bit, of course. The guy that brought it up from Virginia, when I bought it in 2020, traveled up here with 3 Huskies. So there's a lot of Husky here in it, and there always will be. I'm convinced. I couldn't get rid of it. That's coffee. It's not as gross as it looks. Again, from the previous owner, I never got around to shampooing this carpet. I was actually going to put rubber mats in it, but carpet's fine itself. It's not all ripped up and tore up and all that stuff. And floorboards are nice and solid. No issues there. Rockers are solid. Doors, damn near perfect. Dog legs aren't rotted out. There's shit down in there, but they're still solid. solid, not all rotted out. Rad support, I don't know if you can see him down and through there. Can't really see it. The rad support's of course solid. Frame, the whole frame looks like this. Just a lot of original paint, some fluid film, stuff like that. Cruise control works. What else? It's a newer alternator I put on. It's about 2 years old, thereabouts. It is a factory AC truck, but it is for R12 refrigerant, which you can't really get anymore. I do have a conversion kit in the back of the truck to convert it to 134 or whatever they're using nowadays. So just haven't got around to it again. It does have this cold air on it. When I got it, had a tiny little Edelbrock open element filter, and it was not enough for 454, so I built this because I wasn't going to pay $400 for a K&N or a repop snorkel bit. I do still have the resonator that goes here. You just need the tube and then the circular filter assembly. But this works perfect. Breeze, plenty of air. New plug wires, new plugs. Got new map sensor, new TPS, new ignition control module. And of course, tune up and all that stuff. Rotor button, all that. New coil. New IAC. The emissions have been deleted from this truck previously, or they just never had them. So there's not a lot of emissions controls. There's no air pump. There is a new pulley there, so I assume someone's taken the air pump and all that stuff off. Did a good job deleting it. I think these probably older manifolds from 87 or older, because they don't have the stupid little pipes that come out for the EGR, gas for circulation. This is all that's left of the EGR, and it really does nothing. It's just in a closed loop. Gets vacuum. It doesn't even read the computer anymore. That was one of the part of things for the computer chip. It removed all the emission controls from the programming on the ECM. So this truck doesn't recognize. Oh, that's the only other thing that's left is the EGR valve. This is the solenoid to activate this valve, and that does nothing. Doesn't leak or anything like that. Throttle body's been rebuilt. New injectors. We do have an adjustable fuel pressure regulator in it as well. What else? Battery's decent. You may want to change it at some point. It still cranks it over in negative temperatures, but she's showing her age, and I think it's a pretty old battery to begin with. I couldn't find a date code on it. This works. So this is nice. But grill's not all banged up. It has some peeling there, chrome outer layer, and got a little bit of a paint flash on it, but a little paint thinner and a rag, take that right off. The hip tow hooks, has a hitch in the front, class 3 in the rear. A lot of new front end suspension components as well, new CV shafts, new ball joints, brakes in the front, tie rod ends, Pitman arm. Just kind of stuff I did during that big overhaul. These headlights suck. These Euro trash headlights. The halos aren't hooked up. Again, this is previous owner stuff, so you might want to find a set of original ones. These are terrible. I do have the chrome simulator for the wheels as well. I just threw the center caps back on because you can't go wrong with black steelies and chrome caps. Other than that, those lights are not hooked up. The wiring harness is there, but this came off another truck that I owned. I just rigged up the bed a little bit with this 2-inch square. Tailgate's fantastic. It's not even rotted. It is a lighted one. 2 of the lights are out on the back of this, but it's not a big, huge deal. But tailgate's fantastic condition. What else? These are whole 55-gallon drum. I needed fenders on it, so I couldn't find the service body, so I went that route. Like I said, the paint's pretty crap because we planned on doing a patina job on it, so it was thin. There's gray, original color of the truck's red. Previous owner had sanded it all down and primed it, gray primer. That's how I bought it, and then I put some red oxide primer over that gray primer after sanding it, treating it. And then this is in like 60s International Harvester white tractor paint. You see it's thin on purpose. It was also rolled on, wasn't sprayed. That was so we could sand back some of these colors. And then I plan on putting an antique green over it. And then sanding that back down a little bit just to give it kind of a weathered look, like it had been painted by 7 different farmers. But that's about it. I did add the roof lights. Little chicken chasers up there. They're nice. They're cheap. Other than that, that's about it. It does have the 07 and up little dingus mirrors, but that's about it. Brand new tires as well. It just got an alignment as well, probably a month and a half ago. It should go back in. I had it done at Lee Auto, or not Lee Auto, Lee Tire and Service here in Cook's Corner. They do a lifetime alignment, so I still have the paperwork in the cab. It really should be brought back in. It's not bad, but I think it should be just checked again and have it realigned. They do that for free, any rechecks. But that's about it.